We're going to talk about fakes today. Nobody ever likes to be told they're wearing a fake when they don't know they're wearing a fake or they own one. Stay tuned. Before we get into talking about fakes, actually, we got a couple boxes to unopen, and then I promised some people I've been talking to lately through email that I would stay more in tune with, like, the other things that I'm doing as far as reselling, because you guys don't get to see everything. If I videotaped everything I did and talked about everything I did, it wouldn't be able to work. I'd have to like go live to do it all day long. So here's two examples of some shoes that I just recently purchased. Right here, Nike Epic React Flyknit size 7. Alright, this is a shoe here I got for $77. I'll easily be able to resell it. It says $150 on there. I'll easily be able to resell that for $110. I could probably even get $120 for it, to be honest with you. I paid $77. There's nothing wrong with making $20 or $30 off a sneaker. Listen, if you spend $100 off a shoe and you get $120 or $130 back, you're getting 20 or 30% on it. All right. Optimally, you want to get at least 30%. I don't go rooting for the 20. You want to get 30. If you can get $30 off of every 100, and you can do that by volume, and you just flip and flip and flip and flip and flip and flip. Just keep flipping. These will be gone. I'll have another pair. You know, flip, flip, flip. That money adds up quick. You'd be surprised how quick 30% adds up when you're doing thousands of dollars a week. It'll get you somewhere. So we got those. NMDs, I just sold the last pair of these I had, so I tried to buy 3 more. I shouldn't have slept. I should have bought everything they had with these NMDs. I thought maybe I was risking it with the colorway, but I mean, how could you go wrong? It kind of looks like camo. $52 a piece. But for $52, I could sell this for $85, $90, even $100. I could even ask $100 and get $100 for it. Easily get rid of it for $85 to $90. I could do that on StockX and get a 25% return on it. And easily sell it. What do we got here? These came out today, Kicks USA. And we got ours in the mail today. Perfect timing. What are they? What are they? What are those? What are those? LA Lakers. These are LA Laker Jordans. That's what we're calling them. Is that ochre yellow on top of a light yellow background. Very, very light yellow. You know, like they have like that orange pair. I have a couple pairs of them. It's got like the light orange, and they have a blue pair with the light blue. Yeah. Well, these are the yellow with the light yellow. Eventually, I'll have a whole collection of those, huh? I'll be able to put them all together, all the multicolor, and you'll get to see them. To get these on the day of release, we had to pay $130, and they were at my door. Not bad, right? $130. What's the suggested retail on them? $120. We paid $10 extra to have them at the door. The day of release, thank you to StockX. And this was not sponsored by StockX. We actually did have to pay for this. So I showed you guys those. We have these. And let's talk about fakes. It blows my mind how many I see. How many I see on YouTube, how many I see on Instagram. And I can't figure out if these people know they have them Like, I don't like calling people out anymore. Like, I almost feel like some of the people know, and they get mad that I called them out. Some of the people didn't know, and they're, like, happy. You know, it's sometimes like, well, you know they're fake, right? And it's like, they're not happy about the fact that you told them it's fake. So they knew it was? I'm not, you know what? I really, like... There's some people where I think that wouldn't even have them, and you think you're doing them a favor by saying they have it, and they're like, you know, no. And I don't even know where these people. I don't ask them where'd you get them at, and then legit check it. It's like I just see it and I know it's fake. There's some shoes that I've seen here, and especially in the last week, there's some shoes I've seen, and I went, I know for a fact that one's fake. There's no doubt in my mind. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. And it happened quite a few times, actually. And, you know, I think now I'm more cognitive that, like, how many people are actually using fakes on YouTube. Okay, how about the people that get the shoe early? I'm not saying there's not shoes you can't get early. I'm not saying there's not a way, alright? But there's people that get a shoe early that I know they ain't got a plug like that. They want you to think they have a plug like that. And they have something special going on. Or maybe they paid a whole lot of money to get it. They want you to think that maybe. But it's not the situation. And you know what? I'm not want to call anybody out. I'm not going to name any names. We're not talking about anybody particular. I'm just saying I've seen it. And that's the situation. It's hard to understand. The same people will be on YouTube dogging others for fakes. Dogging others for selling fakes. Being suspicious all at the same time. Like, why did you just show a fake? Why are you promoting that? Oh, now you're telling me you're not promoting. The one dude's promoting, right? He's promoting. And I'm like, well, they sell fakes because I know that shoe over there is fake. Oh, I'm not promoting. Wait, but I seen a promotion. This is where I seen it at. So where are you getting your shoes at? Like, and what are you, stunting? You're just trying to make everybody think that, like, you got some heat? Like, it's so weird. And you're buying fakes? Not everybody's an idiot, alright? And I know there's really good fakes out there. I know there's really good fakes that some people can't tell, and they think that other people can't tell either. A lot of the times it's just the shape. Really. I get, like, the shape is like, boom, right away. And then you get the really good ones where the shape's on, the stitching's on, you know, and you really got to dig into it. And for the most part, some of these ones anymore, the good ones, if they're on somebody's foot, I'm not going to be able to tell if they're fake. You know, when you're holding them up in the camera and you're turning it around, or you have some really good Instagram pictures, and I can look at several pictures and I can zoom in. Okay, then maybe I can do it. But you know, yeah, I don't know. I've seen some of these really good fakes in hand, and it's taken me a minute. It's taken me a minute to, like, really distinguish, is that fake or not? I don't know what to make of it anymore. I know, be careful. Like, yeah. I'm careful. I know I only shop a few places, and even then, I can't trust them 100%, I don't think. Everybody makes mistakes because, okay, listen here, it's all about human error. And I don't think it's anything to be a bit embarrassed about if you let one slip. I really don't think it is. I think what should be embarrassing is if you're not proactive about looking for, right? Yeah. I mean, okay, there's one guy in particular in the sneaker YouTube community that got crucified pretty bad for selling fakes, right? And people were saying he was lying about where he got his shoes from. And you know what? All that's irrelevant. It ain't nobody's business where he gets his shoes from. It's really not. I think there's a bunch of people on YouTube that are all connected together, if you ask me. Yeah. I think one supplies the other. This one does this one does that. And they all do it separate. They all get their money separately, you know. But I think they're all connected. I think there's quite a few people that associate with each other pretty heavily. And there's a lot of clues out there behind that too. Look, I'm just not naming anybody. We watch YouTube all day. It's what we do at work. We have YouTube. We have 3 computers here plus our cell phones. So we have YouTube on. And it so happens we like sneakers. Tell me this week hasn't been crazy. Okay, Gatorade 6s, right? Gatorade 6s I saw a couple times this week. Gatorade 6s being talked about. Before this week, people are acting like this is like a new revelation to the Gatorade 6, right? Before this week, it was already a thing that they're notorious. First of all, because the Gatorade 6s, some didn't look like others. And they were still real. And that's a fact. Okay? And the second fact is that there were some really, really, really good fakes out there. People attribute this to the Gatorade 6, though. They attribute to a Gatorade 6 issue. But it's not. Because they're saying, oh, the other 6s aren't like that. Bull! Bull! Where's the people with the sneaker collections at? Come on, people. Like, I'm a little guy here. I'm a little guy. Right? Where's the guys that have all these sneakers that know better? Come on. You guys are out there. I know I saw one guy, he showed receipts and all. Look, I got 2 different shoes. This one's different than this one. But they're both legit. They're both bought legit. And I watched his video, and the 6 is pretty easy for me. A lot of times you can just turn that 6 around and I'll tell you right away if it's real or fake. Most of the time, like I'm going to say 95% of the time, I can go from the back of the 6. I don't know why. Even the fake ones that even come close, they still don't get that back right. There's just, I don't know. It is what it is. So the dude did a good job. He showed that you're right. The 6s, there is an inconsistency in the 6s. They're not all the same. So you just can't go comparing and saying this is different, so that's got to be fake. This is different. When it comes to legit checking, like the video I just made, it's a totality of the shoe. All right? It's totality of the check. It starts with the box and works its way to the inside of the shoe to the tag. All right? And everything in between. It's the totality. I mean, like I said, sometimes there's red flags, and I see them right here on YouTube. And some of those red flags you can't get past. It can't be real if that's a red flag. All right? Somebody had asked about the fake shoe I showed. They thought I was showing a real shoe. They said, yeah, but I thought that defeats the purpose. If that shoe's real, I'm like, no, that's a fake shoe. I saw somebody showing on YouTube as a real shoe. But what I'm saying, it's fake. You're not going to, and that's a myth. People think you're going to find Jordans, and here's the problem. And I've already come across this. I've come across with people who had fakes, right? They had fakes in their collection, and they thought what they had was a factory flaw. It wasn't fake. They thought it was real, but it was a factory flaw. Because, I don't know, I guess they thought they had a legit check. I don't know what the deal was. But no, some of these factory flaws you're not going to find. Stitching on the Crimson 4s that I showed, you're not going to find real Jordans that look like that. They don't look like that. That's my point. They don't. Why? Because the machines they use and the equipment they use, it's all in the assembly. You can duplicate all the materials, but once it comes time to duplicating the assembly process, It's very hard to do. And in the assembly process, certain things happen a certain way. One way's the stitching. It's the length of the stitch. Because it takes really expensive machines to be able to, it takes a super expensive commercial machine to get a consistent stitch that's going to be the same length. It's not going to mess up. It's going to go all the way through, and it's going to do the job it's supposed to do. And they have them. That's why the stitching look the way it does. The lengths are equal. You already went over this. And your turns, they're going to be even. And if yours doesn't look like that, it's not a factory flaw. It's a fake. I think a lot of people are confused behind it. How about, okay, you're younger. What'd you guys do in school? I mean, I know you guys got new shoes and all. Like, who did you rely on, like, to make sure that they were real? You know? And I know you guys called other people out, right?
Yeah. I mean, people just knew, like, there was certain, like, flaws in the shoe. Like, the 13s, if they didn't have the 23 and the hologram.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody came into school with no 23 and the hologram.
They get called out.
Yeah.
They get called out for that. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, though? That's the problem. They're getting good these days. They are.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to admit, they're getting good. I have these people that make these shoes or deal with these shoes. They're in my email. They watch my videos, and they're probably watching this video now. Why? Because they probably get like somebody commented, somebody from China right now is watching that shoe, figuring out how to duplicate it. And you're right. I mean, that they have shoes in hand. They watch videos to see where they're tripping up at and where they can improve. They told me, look, guys, this is what I do. I need to know where we went wrong. And I'm like, I can't work with this guy. I'm not going to tell him. No. I mean, I'll make the video, but, like, it's not for him. You know? He's using it the other way. It's like, oh, man. But, I mean, look, they get the shoes and they duplicate them. But not every shoe's duplicated either. There's some shoes that they just don't do for whatever reason. And there's some shoes they duplicate, like he thought the shoes were real because he said, why would they duplicate that shoe? Well, for the most part, you can get like a general release shoe, something that might sit on the shelf here. You can get those for about $35, depending on how many you buy. Wholesale, these guys are giving me prices of shoes. It's like, wow, they're that cheap. You can get like you can get a Yeezy, Jordans for like 50, 55. Yeah, and people are saying you have to pay $120 to get the. Oh, they're not the good ones. I mean, look, I would get them just to show you guys. Really, it's crossed my mind. Should I get some of these to show people? Like, look, look. And then this is how you check it. But here's the problem after the fact, right? And I thought about this long and hard. What do I do with the shoe when I'm done? I don't even want the damn thing. I don't want it.
Just throw it out, burn it.
Yeah, but then, okay, here's the other thing.
Give it away.
You have a perfectly good shoe. So do we take it and just like go someplace that we know there's needy people?
Yeah, you could.
Like go down to the city and drop shoes off to people on the street?
Like you can get it.
I mean, you know they're gonna are they gonna be appreciative of it, or are they gonna try to sell it? Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do we say here, put these shoes? Like, I don't know.
The joke will be on this because it's fakies.
Yeah, true. True. They'd be going somewhere like, oh, they gave me fake shoes. Like, that wasn't the point. You're supposed to put them on. I don't know. I feel like YouTube's a tool for me, right? Obviously, because I upload about everything. And I feel like I have to tell everything I know sometimes. It's like, this is why I make the videos. Like, I want to, like, scream to the world, like, look, look. Like, you know, be careful when you're purchasing. You know what I see most commonly with fake shoes? The most common way people get it off.
What?
Used fakes. Yep. Used fakes. Because then, a lot of times people go, oh, well, it's used, it's beat up. That's, you know, that's the MO with the used fakes. Oh, it's used, it's used. That's just beat up. You know, worn. Oh, well, I get a better discount, don't I? You know, that's what you throw in there. I don't know. You guys gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. We're gonna combat this one way or another. I know the last thing I'd ever want to do is sell a fake to somebody. Definitely, it wouldn't be something I would do on purpose. And then accidentally do it, man, I'd have to be caught sleeping. I tell you, it makes me wonder about the people who have accidents, but I know things happen. You know, there's been times where I've goofed up and it was like, they'll never believe me. Like, they'll never believe it. You know, so things do happen. But from my point of view, of actually someone who sells and has shoes come through their hands and can spot fakes, it's like, how did you let that happen? Really? How did you let that happen? I think it's crazy. There's people who have videos on YouTube that nobody called them out for showing a fake, for saying they got early, for saying they got that shoe early. They know very damn well the shoe was fake and nobody said nothing. So is this cool? I can just get fake shoes and show them early and that's no big deal? Is that what we do? Everybody is associated with fakes one way or another, somehow, some way. If you're involved with shoes, they've either been through your hands, you've caught them, or I mean, it's inevitable that you've dealt with them one way or another. You know, just the buying one or two shoes a year might not happen. Somebody who deals with this stuff consistently, you know it and I know it. You've come across them and they're out there, and some of them are so good, they're like unbelievable. But that's all we got for today. We had to get into talking about the fake shoes. All week I've been watching videos and it's just been popping up left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. It's like an epidemic here in the sneaker community. Alright, you guys have a good day, have a good night, have a good whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.